Hey folks, all right. Dr. Jeff Williams with Creekstone Integrated Care right here in Amarillo, Texas with another video making too much sense to be ignored. That's what I'm going with. If you followed along very long with us, then you've likely heard me say chiropractic first more times than you yourself can even keep track of without the use of a computer or some sort of high-tech gadgetry. And that's a great word, gadgetry. You can use that. You don't even have to give me the credit for it. I can tell you that I've said it a lot. In fact, one of the hashtags that we commonly use on social media is hashtag chiropractic first. Does that mean that I recommend the use of chiropractic first for things like cancer, allergies, asthma, diabetes, and things like that? No, absolutely not. But I've shared a lot of research over the years that backs up the idea of chiropractic first for neuromusculoskeletal conditions. Now, the clinical evidence, it can't be denied, and the American College of Physicians and the American Medical Association, as of February and April of 2017, now recommend chiropractic first, along with massage and acupuncture for chronic and acute low back pain. And that's outstanding, and it feels good to say. Just as a reminder, I wrote a blog that we published back on November 11th of 2015 on our website at amarillochiropractor.com/blog. It had to do with a great research paper performed by Keeney et al. Et al is a fancy way of saying and others. And this paper was titled Early Predictors of Lumbar Spine Surgery After Occupational Back Injury, Results from a Prospective Study of Workers in Washington State. Very long title. I don't know what it is with these research papers, but I mean, they feel like they got to fit the whole thing into the title. Anyways, I'm going to put the link to that blog in the video description down below, so make sure you check it out. One of the best things of this particular research paper is that it was published in Spine Journal. Now, Spine Journal sounds a little bit like it may be a chiropractic journal and very chiropractic friendly, right? Well, it's not. Spine Journal is a very well-respected and highly regarded publication, and it's utilized and read by everyone from neurosurgeons to orthopedic surgeons to chiropractors and beyond. This way, you know there's no bias present as far as the journal itself is concerned. It's not a chiropractic thing. In fact, with this particular journal, if there were a bias present at all, I would argue that it'd be towards medicine rather than chiropractic. I will just give you the cliff notes for this particular paper that I'm referring to. Now, Keeney and his colleagues found reduced odds of surgery were noticed for people that were 35 years or younger, that were female, that were Hispanic, or, check it, listen, or whose first provider was a chiropractor. They concluded that around 42.7% of workers who saw a surgeon first had surgery. Should I say it? I'm going to say it. 42.7% of workers who saw a surgeon first had surgery, while only 1.5% of those seeing a chiropractor first ended up having surgery. Wow. Wouldn't you agree that the finding is incredibly significant? I would, and I can promise you that if you have a chiropractor, he or she would absolutely love for you to go out and tell everybody you know this information. That is a promise. Without knowing your chiropractor, that is a promise I can comfortably make to you. Now, for this article, I wanted to talk about a newer study on September 17th of 2016, and it has to do with the idea of chiropractic first. This particular article was published in the Journal of Occupational Rehabilitation and was titled Association Between the Type of First Healthcare Provider and the Duration of Financial Compensation for Occupational Back Pain. See, these really, really long titles. I mean, they're almost exhausting. And the main author of the paper was Marc-André Blanchette. I totally murderized that, but we're going with Marc-Andre Blanchett and colleagues et al. And the link to the paper is again in the video description below. Now, here's why they did this research. The authors of this paper were hoping to answer questions about the workers' compensation system. Basically, they wanted to know how long people were being paid to be out of work as a result of back pain, what kind of healthcare provider they had visits with, and whether or not there was a subsequent episode of the complaint and the compensation. So now let's talk about how they went about doing this paper. The authors poured through information from 5,511 workers that were helped through the Workplace Safety and Insurance Board for back pain back in 2005. They used different research models controlling for variables to compare the patients that visited 3 different types of healthcare providers. The 3 different healthcare providers were chiropractors, physicians, and physiotherapists, also known in America as physical therapists. To assess the occurrence of a subsequent episode, there was a 2-year follow-up period. And here's what they found. When the patients that saw a physician first were compared to those who saw a chiropractor first, the chiropractic patients had pain that did not last as long, that did not cost the compensation system as much money, and they returned to work faster. What do you think about that? You like apples? When compared to those who saw a physician first, those who saw a physiotherapist or a physical therapist first actually experienced a longer episode of compensation during the first 149 days. In addition, subsequent episodes of compensation were higher for those workers that treated with a physiotherapist or a physical therapist first, rather than those who saw the physician first. So let's wrap it up and make it look pretty and make it clear and make sense for everyone. The type of healthcare provider first visited for back pain is a determinant of the duration of financial compensation during the first 5 months. Chiropractic patients experience the shortest duration of compensation, and physiotherapy patients experience the longest. Chiropractic patients experience the shortest duration of compensation, and physiotherapy patients experience the longest. These differences raise concerns regarding the use of physiotherapists as gatekeepers for the workers' compensation system. Now, that was a direct quote from the researchers, not my opinion, although my opinion is in agreement. We all have our place in healthcare, right? I mean, we all do. Chiropractors, physical therapists, and physicians, we're all needed, and when treatment is combined, the real winner is the patient every single time. Now, with that being said, I believe that any person paying attention to clinical trials, research papers, and the latest evidence can make no other conclusion than to say chiropractic first for neuromusculoskeletal issues. It's about that simple. And that's just another reason to call a chiropractor today. Research and clinical experience shows that in about 80 to 90% of headaches, neck pain, and back pain, in comparison to the traditional medical model, patients get good or excellent results with chiropractic care. Chiropractic is safe, it's more cost effective, it decreases your chances of having surgery, as we've just shown, and it reduces your chance of becoming disabled. We do this conservatively and non-surgically, and in addition, we can do it with minimal time requirements and minimal hassle on the part of you, the patient. And if the patient develops a preventative mindset going forward from initial recovery, we can likely keep it that way while raising the general overall level of health. Now, please feel free to leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think. And share, share, share. We can't make a difference without your help. Now, be sure to find us on social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Snapchat, and of course, Instagram. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link is in the description, or just hit the subscribe button below. At the very least, can we talk you into giving us a thumbs up on this video? A gesture that simple and quick really does help us get in front of more people looking for this exact type of information. Till next time, Dr. Jeff Williams, Amarillo, Texas. Thanks.